I'm Joan Durkin, an attorney with Durkin Law Offices, and I'm here to speak to you today about how to handle light-duty restrictions or off-work slips after you've been hurt at work in Texas. In other videos, we've discussed how to select a doctor and how to determine if your employer has workers' compensation insurance. So for this video, I'm assuming that you already have selected your doctor and you now have an off-work slip or a slip that says you can't work your full-duty job, but that you can work in some capacity. If you're completely off work, the doctor says you cannot do any kind of work, you need to take that off-work slip or have somebody take it for you to your employer. Don't rely on the doctor to fax it to your employer. While you can certainly have the doctor do that in addition to you notifying the employer, you are the one who has the responsibility to communicate with your employer. And if you don't communicate with them, you may get fired for no call, no show. If you have a complete inability to work, in addition to notifying your employer, at that point you should start to get communication from the workers' compensation insurance company. If you don't get communication from them, then at that point you need to contact them directly. Sometimes employers don't let the insurance company know what's going on, and your benefits won't get started until the insurance company knows you're off work. To find out who your insurance company is, you can contact our office. But once you have that insurance company information, then you can provide them the off-work slip, and you should start receiving weekly income benefit checks after your second week off work. You don't get paid for the first week off work unless you end up being off for a whole month. So after you've been off work for 2 weeks, then the work comp carrier has to cut a check and mail it to you. Add about another 10 to 15 days for that. So now it's been 28 days since you've been hurt, and you're finally receiving your first off work check, and it will be for a 1 week period. After that, you'll get checks on a weekly basis, but there is a delay before you get that first check, and that's important to understand so that you can try to budget. Once your checks start, your doctor should still give you off work slips or work status slips at least every 30 to 60 days. And every time you get a new slip, it's important to communicate to your employer and your adjuster what those restrictions are. In most cases, an employee has some ability to work, and the doctor will issue light-duty restrictions. What that means is you might not be able to stand or walk, but you can do a sit-down job. Or you might not be able to lift, but you can sweep. If your employer can find a job within those restrictions, then they will make you a light-duty offer. And if that happens, if you choose not to go back to work for that light-duty job, your weekly income benefit checks will probably stop. So we always recommend that the injured worker try to do the light duty. In most cases, the light-duty job will pay 100% of your pre-injury wages, which is better than the 70% that the workers' compensation benefits are. For more information, give us a call at 817-545-9700 or go to our website, www.durkinlegal.com. That's DURKINLEGAL.com.